Welcome everybody. This is homeharbour, Essex, occre collaborations. So guys, as usual, I start video explaining you what I'm going to do. You have seen a lot of pieces right here. So the job for today, if you can see, I finish the other part. So I done two parts with the rails. Now guys, my next move is going to be gluing the fall scale, completely all of it. If you can see, the first part is already painted black. I just wanted to see how the old look, sanding and all of it would look with the ship. It looked nice, I'm pleased with it. So I'm going to glue all of the fall scale, all of the parts. How I'm going to do it? In the same way as previous video with this back part. What I will need for this: 0.9 drill. I'm making the holes, then I have my pins, and then I just put the pins and place the fall scale into the position. If I will have, because I have already experience with the Polaris, I don't have a lot of experience, but I have experience with Polaris. I have some gaps between the hull and the fall scale. If I will have in some point something like this, I will just put or a little bit of paste or a little bit of glue or something like that. But these pins give me more pressure and press more keel to the hull. So I think I will avoid this. I hope so. But for example, right here I can see I have a small gap. So I probably, right here, when they are joining, I probably will give the paste and then paint it black. You will see everything in the pictures. This is step one. All of those pieces, I will glue them. Then I will paint them black and give again the sanding, so it will have nice antique old look. Then guys, this is step one. Step two, we have our beautiful decor. If you see, it has already different color. So I give the primer for the metal, then I paint it black. Few seconds, I will show you how I'm going to paint it. Maybe you will be interested. In this effect calls dry brush technique. Very easy, very simple. Few seconds, I will show you. This is the next step, the core part of our keel. Moving forward, after this, I want to do the gratings because I already sick of seeing this hole. I have some leftovers, if you can see, from Polaris and from Candelaria. I have some leftovers. Maybe I will use them, as well as I have already brand new from occre gratings to the all length. So this is going to be the other step. Then guys, as I told you, I have here hole for the rudder. How it's going to be: I have this 10mm in diameter piece of wood. I'm going to cut the piece. I'm going to drill the hole 8mm. I'm going to sand it down. Then I'm going to cut it like this, so it will enter right here where we have this piece of fall scale. It will enter there and making my hole perfect for the rudder. This is the next step. Every time after some work, I will come back to you, I will show you the pictures, I will explain you how I did it, and we will move forward. This is steps that I want to do. Next, we have right here the top part. This one right here, it goes like this. I have some idea. Maybe I will leave this space right here. It should be like an entrance, because we don't have stairs anywhere. So this one is a little bit lower, so I think it's like an entrance. What I thought, I will leave the space open, and maybe we'll do the rope ladder. Maybe, I don't know, it's interesting. Obviously we need to do these two pieces to put in the front at the bow, so then we can glue the rest of it. Probably I will do a little bit different. That is in instructions. In instructions, you need to glue all of these parts together and then put it in the top. I probably will do differently. I will, for example, J12, I will put on the hull first. Those pillars I will put in the hull, and then I will glue the top part. Well, I will see when we'll get there. Now, guys, before I start the work, because when I'm going to glue the false keel, at the same time I'm going to glue the core part. So I will put ship aside. I will take my pieces away, and then magically my cutting board transform into the paint board. So guys, I have my piece painted black, matte acrylic black. It is so thin, it's very complicated to grab it. I will take all of the dust. Now guys, how I do dry brush effect. I will take paint. I use the same brush for the black and for the white color, so sorry, I need to clean it first. I put paint, I take too much, really too much paint like this, and I starting to take almost all of the paint from the brush. Almost all of the paint from the brush. And then very slightly I'm starting to covering the core part. Doesn't have to be much, just a little bit. I like this technique very much. I use it in Candelaria in the front, in the figure nose, and I love it, this technique. It looks really awesome. Give me a little bit more of a gray color, but I go with it. I like it. I like it a lot. But you need to take almost all of the paint. And this is it, guys. This is what I wanted. I will show you closer to the camera so you will see how does it look. In the pictures you will see it better, but this is how it works. For me, I like it a lot and I will go with that. I already did this. I just need to do the second part. For you, if you don't enjoy it, you can paint it white like it is in instructions. Guys, everything like you want. Only limits are your imagination. So now guys, I will paint the other part, leave them to dry, and then we'll start gluing the false keel, and pictures are following. So guys, what I get up until now, I finished this part, right? So I finished with the keel part, the false keel. I already sent it down. The core part, I like it very much. The dry brush effect look pretty awesome. Then guys, I give what I wanted to say to you. If you're not going to paint it black, and one more thing, be careful when you're going to put ship like this to don't break the bow part, because it's higher than your ship, so be careful with that. Don't make pressure. If you're not going to paint it black, or you're not going to do the weathering, to avoid, because when you have those pieces when they goes one to another, if you have some gaps, because I had gaps, and you saw I used just a white simple paste for the wood. If you're not going to do this and you want the walnut color, my advice to you, how I would do this, I will just put the white glue and starting to sand it, so the dust from the walnut will, with the glue, will do that paste, so it will cover it and it will be nice. I go with the dark look. So also I did this part right here for the rudder. Now it enters nicely. I need to make here a little bit of cut, if you can see, but everything nice, everything awesome. I like it. Now guys, my next step, no, not my next step, I will explain you one more thing. Right here I already give one piece of wood, so I finish it. Why? I will show you in the picture, it will be easier. Because right here I told you I'm not sure about this. I want to do or some steps or some stairs or some rope steps, I don't know, I didn't figure it out. So this part right here, I'm going to leave it with nothing. I'm just going to finish right here, and I already finished here, so this space I leave it with nothing. So basically right now I'm going to do this part right here. This one, J19 is already pre-cut. J21, you again use the planks from the first planking. This is basically what I'm going to do right now. Before that, you need to do these parts right here. Check all of the measurements. And what I discovered in the instructions, you have this piece one, 2.5, and this one 1.5. You put them together, and then they must you put it like this, and then they must enter this space right here, right? You can see. But because of this one, it doesn't enter like it should be. But if we put in the top, I have here this gap. So basically the measurements are right if we will not have this part right here next to the bulwarks, right? So every time when you have your measurements, before gluing them together, before gluing them on the ship, do the dry fit. So right now I'm going to start. I didn't find the measurements right here. I didn't find the measurements, what space, how many centimeters, millimeters between those pillars. So I'm going to, I don't know, eyeball all of this somehow, some way, but first I'm going to cut them. So guys, what I'm going to do right now, first I'm going to do these pieces right here, then they go eyeballed in the top, just like in the picture. I will prefix it. Then you have 4x4 millimeter piece of wood. I'm going to stain it, all of it. I'm going to paint it black, sand it down to make it all effect, stain it, and then cut it. In the instructions, it's 9 millimeters. But I think, well, I think it's less. No, sorry. Well, basically, yeah, it's 9 millimeters. So I'm going to cut them by 9 millimeters. Then these parts also already pre-cut, they go on the top. And then I will start working with this. This space right here, I leave with nothing. Maybe I will figure out some stairs right here. And here, when they go the pillars, then we have this part right here. And then from this point to the end, I'm going to give one plank from our first planking. As usual, what I did right here, I sand it down, here I just curve it a little bit. Nothing hard, nothing difficult. So guys, this is going to be the last, not the last, almost the last stage of our work. I'm going to work with all those pieces, then I'm going to do the gratings. I will not film the gratings because guys, this is really, you just put pieces together, then you put the framing, easy. What I will use for framing is leftovers from the rails. I have leftovers, I will do the framing around the gratings. Then when it's all going to be in the position, all of this will be done. The last thing, I will stain it. I will use the same stain as I use in all of the ship. And that's it for this video. Well, I do enjoy the old look. It really looks nice. Now it looks white, but when we going to stain it, yeah, it's going to be awesome. So guys, I go back to work. As usual, all of the pictures are following. Every time when you cut pieces, not cut, you take the pieces from the frames, pre-cut pieces. Every time double check everything, double check all of the measurements, everything guys, before gluing something. I did some mistakes before with the Polaris. First I was cutting, I prepare all of those pieces, paint them, stain them, and then the measurements was wrong. So guys, first please do the measurements and then glue things. In the instructions, you should glue the pillars right here and then glue it in the top. I will do a little bit different. First I will cut pillars, glue them on the ship, and then those parts go on the top. For me it's easier like this, but you can choose your own way and do how it's easier for you. The gratings, super simple. These parts I thought I will paint them black, but I will leave it like this. They look nice. So basically this is it. I go back to work and you enjoy the pictures. So guys, let's talk. You saw in the pictures, I told you, I didn't find the measurements of those posts. So what I did, I basically eyeballed them, all of them. First I did this side. I was trying to see in the picture how they are going. I was looking from this one, because those small pieces have 28 millimeters between them. So I was watching just in the pictures in the instructions and more or less glue them this side right here, and then just make it like a mirror. I did this side right here. So guys, the difference between instructions and my build, in the instruction we have here one piece, then we have another piece. I give the whole piece. How I did it, obviously it's a little bit complicated to glue all of it at the same time, so I glued this part right to this point, because here it's starting to curve. As you can see, the form is not straight, it's like this. So I glue it to this point. It was strong and steady. Then from this point I just bend it a little bit to the inside and glue it. This part right here, I told you, I'm not going to do this like it is in the instruction, that small pieces. I just left the entrance. And now with the time, I will see some more pictures of the ships of this era, of the Essex, of more of the ships, and maybe you can give me some ideas. You can text me in the Facebook or Instagram, you can send me some pictures. Nice steps right here, right to the waterline. I need something right here. Those pieces, I curve them nice and smooth. The weathering, guys, the gratings I did with my leftovers. I had a lot of leftovers. The color is white, then I just sand it down a little bit and then stain it. Around, I did that box with this post. It's 4x4, and just glue it. So guys, basically our job is done. Now what I'm going to do, I will see maybe give some more scratches on these rails to make it look more old. Maybe as in some points I scratch too much, I will give some paint, and then I'm going to stain it with the same stain that I stained here, the deck. I'm going to stain all of the ship, and then I will come back to you and show you the final result. Those posts, don't forget that you need to put inside 2 eye bolts. As I told you, the measurements are a little bit different in the instructions, and basically what I'm doing in the instructions, there one was 1.5 centimeters and 2.5 centimeters, but in the real life it was probably a little bit less. It was the smaller one was right, 1.5, but another one was probably 2.3, something like that. So guys, when you do something, first you do the dry fit, then you glue it. Now guys, I'm going to do some work in the hull, a little bit of sanding, a little bit of color, and then I will come back to you. I will stain it, it will dry, and I will come back to you and show you the final result. And so guys, after stain it, as I told you, all the scratches, everything that I did just pump out. I have a nice beautiful color. Yeah, I went with the old look. I'm not regretted at all. It looked nice. For those who is not really into the old look, just do the same job, just without scratching, without everything that I basically did, without that weathering, that old look weathering. This part right here, I was trying to put a little bit to the side, so it will continue the line. I'm happy with the result, guys. All of those scratches give me nice old look, just as I wanted. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the idea of old Essex. I hope you like my work. Please subscribe my channel, put some likes. I would like to see some comments, what you think about my work. There is one particular person, I don't know who, just in the time, by the way, sorry for my hands, I have some painting in home, so I was painting the walls, so it just didn't come out. Guys, there is one particular guy, or girl, or man, I don't know who. In the same time when I'm publishing the video, he put one dislike. Well, man, you know, honestly, my life will not change with this dislike. I will not stop working. I will not stop building the ships. If you don't like it, you can just write me. If you don't want to make a comment, just write the message in Instagram, Facebook. You have my email, you have everything that you need in YouTube. Just say to me what you don't like. I'm just really curious. Honestly, when I'm watching some works and I don't like or I disagree, it's just my opinion. I don't put dislike. Because man, you know, sitting on the couch and watching how someone is making the video and trying to do something, trying to show something, I just can't put dislike because it's really hard. It's hard enough to build. I'm not saying nothing about making the videos, making the photos, put all of this together after work, tired, not tired, anyone, not anyone, Nobody wants to know that, right? And I'm really sorry for you, to be honest, because if you have YouTube channel, if you show me your YouTube channel, doesn't matter, better than mine, worse than mine, I will never put dislike for you. So have a nice, I don't know what. So guys, thank you very much. This was Roma from Home Harbor, Essex, Occre collaboration, and we are done with the hull. The next thing, the next art job is going to be stern gallery, and I prepared to you for you uh, a big surprise, and you will see it in the next video. So guys, thank you very much. Subscribe my channel, put like, and I really hope that you like my work. Thank you guys. See you. You're awesome.